Hi everyone, in today's video we will talk about measures of central tendency in statistics. If you don't know me, I'm Karina, I'm self-taught data analyst and a data scientist. I transitioned from finance to data analytics over 10 years ago, and now I share my knowledge with other people online. What is central tendency? Central tendency is sometimes called measure of location, central location, or just center. It is a single value that attempts to describe a set of data by identifying the central position within that set of data. Central tendency doesn't tell you specifics about the individual pieces of data, but it does give you an overall picture of what is going on with the dataset. The central tendency of the dataset can be found using the three important measures: mean, median, and mode. The mean is the average of dataset. The mode is the most common number in a dataset, while the median is the middle of the set of numbers. Before we go into details, let's briefly talk about normal and skewed distributions. Data distribution refers to how data values are arranged or spread across a range. In normal distribution, data is symmetrically distributed with no skew. When plotted on a graph, the data follows a bell shape, with most values clustering around a central region and tapering off as they go further away from the center. A skewed distribution occurs when one tail is longer than the other. Data in a chart lean either to the left or to the right side of the scale, resulting in non-symmetrical curve. Symmetry means that one half of the distribution is a mirror image of the other half, like in a normal distribution. For a normal, also known as Gaussian distribution, the mean, median, and mode are all the same value. This central value is the highest point on the bell curve, where the distribution is most concentrated. In the skewed distribution, mean, median, and mode will be different points. Now let's go back to the measures of central tendency. The mean represents the average value of the dataset. It can be calculated as the sum of all the values in the dataset divided by the number of values. In general, it is considered as the arithmetic mean. Some other measures of mean used to find the central tendency are as follows: geometric mean, harmonic mean, and a weighted mean. Let's look at an example. We have the following dataset. The mean in this case will be sum of all the numbers divided by the count, or 7. Mean is the most common measure of central tendency, but it has a huge downside because it is easily affected by outliers, which value is significantly greater than the other values in the dataset. The median is the middle point in a dataset. Half of the data points are smaller than the median and half of the data points are larger. To find the median, arrange the data points from smallest to largest. If the number of data points is odd, the median is the middle point in the list. If the number of data points is even, the median is the average of the two middle data points in the list. The strength of the median is that it's not affected by outliers or skewed data. It simply reflects the central position in a sorted list. Let's look at an example. We have the following set of data. At first, you need to sort the numbers. The middle will be here. In this example, 5 is the median. Let's look at another dataset that has even number of data points. Middle will be here, between 13 and 17. That's why, to calculate the median, we need to find the average between 13 and 17. The mode is the most frequent data point in a dataset. The mode is useful when there are a lot of repeated values in a dataset. There can be no mode, one mode, or multiple modes in a dataset. Weakness of the mode is that it can be uninformative if there are many modes or no mode at all. Also, it doesn't always reflect the distribution of data well, especially in numerical data. Let's have a look at another example. In this dataset, 16 is a mode because it occurs 3 times, which is more than any other number. In the following example, we have 2 modes, number 3 and 16. Therefore, this dataset is called bimodal. In conclusion, the best measure of central tendency depends on your specific needs. The mean is the best when you want to measure that includes all data points and the data is evenly distributed. Median is preferred in skewed distributions or when dealing with extreme values. Mode is ideal for analyzing categorical data or finding the most common value, such as the most common product bought or the most prevalent disease in a dataset. If you made so far, please click the like button. It helps me and the algorithm to reach more people. Let's look at an example involving house prices to explain the differences between median, mode, and mean. This example can help illustrate why certain measures of central tendencies are more informative and useful in specific contexts, especially in real-world data that may not be symmetrically distributed. Imagine we have a set of house prices in a particular neighborhood. Let's calculate the mean. To calculate the mean, add all the house prices and divide by the number of houses. As a result, our mean is 187,000. The mean price might be significantly higher than most of the house prices because it is affected by the very high values, such as 300,000 and 450,000. This can skew the average upward. Let's calculate the median price. Sort the prices and find the middle value. Since there are 15 houses, the median is the 8th value. The median house price is 160,000. This value is not skewed by the very high house prices and better represents the central tendency of the data. Let's calculate the mode. Identify the most frequently occurring house price. If we assume each price is unique, as shown, there is no mode. However, if there were repetitions, the mode would be the price that appears most often. It is useful for understanding what is typical or common in categorical data, or where data values repeat. In the context of house prices, where the distribution might be skewed by a few very high value, like luxury homes, the median provides a better sense of the middle price level than the mean. It is less affected by outliers and skewed data, giving a more accurate picture of what a typical buyer might expect to pay. The mean can be misleading in such skewed distributions because it suggests that the average house price is higher than what most people will pay. The mode, if applicable, would be practical for identifying the most common price point in the market, but in many real-world scenarios, for house prices, each value might be unique, making the mode less informative. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments below if there is anything else you want to know about mode, median, mean. And see you next time!